My Life with the Walte Boys Season 3 didn't just leave fans with a cliffhanger. It basically dropped a bomb on Silver Falls and walked away. Cole is in a wreck. Jackie is caught between two completely different futures. Alex has finally realized who he actually wants, and there is one secret buried underneath all of it that could completely rewrite what we thought happened between Jackie and Cole. And honestly, the car crash might only be the beginning. Let's start with Cole, because his situation is obviously the biggest question going into Season 4. At the end of Season 3, Cole was supposed to be preparing for one of the biggest races of his life. Winning could have given him serious money and potentially changed the direction of his future. Instead, he walked away. Why? Because Jackie texted him. That single message was enough to make Cole abandon the race and head toward the annex, because he finally wanted to tell Jackie what he had been holding inside for months. But before he could get there, Danvers followed him. What happened next was terrifying. Danvers intentionally rammed Cole's car, sending it off the road and flipping it. And then the season ended. No hospital scene. No confirmation. No explanation. Just Cole's wrecked car and a massive question mark. Now, realistically, Cole surviving seems extremely likely. His story is simply too important to the series to end like this. But surviving doesn't mean everything goes back to normal. Cole could wake up facing a long recovery. His racing career could be finished. His plans for college could suddenly become uncertain, and the one thing he has spent so long building toward could disappear overnight. And there is another possibility that would make things even more complicated. What if Cole doesn't remember everything? Imagine Cole waking up and not remembering why he was driving to the annex. Not remembering Jackie's message. Not remembering what he wanted to tell her. That would put Jackie in an incredibly painful position, because she would know that Cole was on that road because of her. And that guilt could follow her throughout Season 4. But Cole's accident creates another problem too. Danvers didn't simply cause an accident. He chased Cole. That means the police could become involved, and if they start digging into what happened, Cole's secret racing life could finally come to light. All those illegal races. All those nights. All the people involved. Suddenly, the thing Cole thought could become his future might actually be the thing that destroys it. And strangely enough, that could be the push he needs to finally leave racing behind. But Cole's physical recovery isn't the only thing Season 4 has to deal with. Because while Cole was heading toward Jackie, Elliot was standing right beside her. The finale ended with Elliot kissing Jackie, and we still don't know exactly how Jackie responded. And that creates a completely different kind of conflict. Elliot represents everything Jackie had before Silver Falls. New York. Ambition. A completely different lifestyle. A future that doesn't revolve around the Walte Ranch. So this isn't simply going to be a question of whether Jackie chooses Cole or Elliot. It could become a question of whether Jackie chooses Colorado or New York. And that's much more complicated. Because for the first time, Jackie may have to decide what kind of life she actually wants instead of allowing everyone around her to make that decision. And speaking of complicated relationships, Alex and Kylie could become one of the biggest surprises of Season 4. Alex spent most of the series chasing Jackie, but by the end of Season 3, he finally seemed to understand that the person he had been looking for was actually Kylie. The two shared a kiss. Sounds perfect, right? Not exactly. Kylie is with Dylan. And Dylan isn't just some random guy. He's Cole's best friend. So now you've got Alex developing feelings for his best friend's girlfriend while Dylan is already dealing with his friendship with Cole falling apart. That could create a completely new fracture inside the Walte family circle. And Kylie may not immediately choose Alex either. She spent years watching Alex chase Jackie while her own feelings were basically ignored. Now that Alex finally wants her, Kylie has every right to question whether he actually knows what he wants or simply wants her, because Jackie is no longer an option. Meanwhile, Alex's future could also be changing. Walking away from the rodeo doesn't mean he has to walk away from horses. After what we saw with the injured horse, Season 4 could potentially move Alex toward animal rehabilitation or horse training. That would give him something completely different from Cole's racing storyline and finally allow him to build an identity that isn't connected to Jackie. But there's another relationship waiting to explode. Danny and Aaron are still engaged, and Danny's Carnegie Mellon opportunity could force them to confront a huge question. Can their relationship survive if their futures take them in completely different directions? And with Hannah potentially returning, Lee and Isaac could also find themselves dealing with unfinished business. The Walte family is already changing. George's recovery has shifted the entire dynamic around the ranch, while Catherine is beginning to stop acting like the person who has to keep everyone together. And Catherine may become extremely important once she discovers what really happened between Cole and Jackie, because there is one secret that could change the entire story: the breakup. For most of the series, it seemed like Cole simply decided that Jackie wasn't right for him. But what if that wasn't actually his decision? Cole believed he was ruining Jackie's life. He saw her grades slipping. He saw her behavior changing. He watched her become less like the controlled and responsible person she had been before arriving in Silver Falls. And he convinced himself that he was the problem. But someone helped put that idea into his head: Jackie's Uncle Richard. Richard made it clear to Cole that he believed Cole was bad for Jackie and her future. Then Elliot reinforced that idea. And Cole, already struggling with his own confidence, believed them. Instead of fighting for Jackie, he convinced himself that leaving her was the selfless thing to do. And that changes the entire meaning of their breakup. Because Cole wasn't falling out of love with Jackie. He was trying to protect her. And here's where things get even crazier. After the breakup, Cole still helped Jackie. He helped repair the annex. He did it quietly. He didn't demand credit. He didn't tell Jackie what he had done. And eventually, Alex was the one who told Jackie about the repairs. That's what led to Jackie's thank you message. That's the same message that ultimately sent Cole driving toward the annex. So Jackie could eventually discover that the breakup she thought was Cole's decision was actually influenced by people around her. And if that happens, everything changes. Richard would have to answer for interfering in Jackie's relationship. Elliot would have to explain his role. Catherine would finally learn exactly what was said to Cole. And Alex could also be forced to explain what he knew and when he knew it. But the biggest consequence would be Jackie herself. Because for 3 seasons, other people have constantly tried to decide what is best for her. Richard had an opinion about her future. Elliot believes he knows which world she belongs in. Cole decided that Jackie deserved someone better and made the decision for her. But Season 4 could finally be the moment Jackie stops letting everyone else control the direction of her life. And that's why the biggest romance question may not actually be, will Jackie choose Cole or Elliot? It might be, what does Jackie choose for herself? If Cole survives, and if Jackie discovers the truth about their breakup, they could finally have the opportunity to make a decision without outside interference. And that could completely change their relationship. Of course, we still have to see what happens with Cole's recovery, Danvers, Alex and Kylie, Dylan, Elliot, and the rest of the Walte family. But one thing is becoming very clear. Season 4 isn't just about recovering from the Season 3 finale. It's about exposing the decisions, lies, and secrets that push these characters into the places they're in now. And if the truth about Cole and Jackie's breakup finally comes out, Silver Falls may never look the same again. The biggest question isn't whether the Walte boys have more drama coming. We already know they do. The real question is whether Jackie and Cole will finally get the chance to choose each other without somebody else deciding their future for them. And after everything Season 3 put them through, that could make Season 4 the most emotional chapter yet.